Alright, so this is the second part. This is part two of the series of making a. The original title was making a game in Three.js, but I feel like the more I'm doing this, the more I'm realizing that this is not really a Three.js game. I guess it's a JavaScript game or TypeScript game in this case, because the way it works is this is a server authoritative system, server authoritative design, which means basically the entire game, basically all the logic of this game is on the back end, right? We have a. This is pretty ugly. I'm not gonna lie. Like the code is not the best, honestly. But this is kind of a hack. I'm just gonna leave it here. But basically, there is the what is this? There's the backend and the front end of the game, which this is basically the front end. We have a domain file which is not organized whatsoever. It's just like everything is in there, and I'm planning to eventually move it into like separate classes and stuff. This is the world class, and then world data. This is like where it takes all the data from the backend and creates objects for it and renders it. There's no update yet. Here we remove items. For example, this item here is like a pickup zone. If you walk into that pickup zone, you receive a 19, like a random amount of coins, right? A random range of coins. I think right now it's between 5 and 25. So this is how it works. You walk in there and it sends a command to first like give you the coins, and then it removes this zone by the ID, by the UID, and does it like that, like so. And this basically removes the rendering of it. And this works on both. Right now it doesn't work. Like if I try to do this, it's not gonna work because the animation mixer is not set up for two characters. So basically it's rendering right now. Like this is the second player. This cube right now is the second player. So it's not rendering properly. Yeah, but it is moving. So yeah, but it's not rendering. So yeah, there's no animation mixer. Basically how it works, there's a second file, second project, which is the backend. It's called grub server. Grub is just like a code name. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna call it. And this is kind of same. It's just an express server, and we're running socket.io. We have a connection thing, and when on connection you add a player to like you're emitting to each client that a new player, like each client except yourself, that a new player has been added. Then we initialize the world for that player, for the player that just joined. We give it to the zones, and a zone is basically like the yellow thing, the pickup zone. The red thing is like a damage zone. I'm just testing. You can see like the HP is going down. The green thing is like a regenerate, like a health zone basically. It heals you, and this thing, if you go in here, and I guess we can demonstrate it right now, like what happens if you die, right? Dying does work. There is like it is handled and it is synced. So if you die, you just teleport like in the middle of the map, and you get like 100 HP. So that works. This works. And I've added collisions. I'm not using a physics engine. This is just a basic like AA. I forgot what it's called, like AABB, like that thing. The bounding box check basically. So it's checking like my bounding box, my character's bounding box, which right now I think is just a cube, and it's checking it against this. And there's like a half size parameter. So it's also like, because before it used to just run like halfway into the wall and then stop, but now it's actually properly, like this doesn't look proper, but it is a cube. That's why it doesn't look proper, right? And the collider is a cube, so if we were to get the original character, then it would look correct. This is also a collider. Wall sliding doesn't work right now, but anyways, yes, this is basically the game right now. It's pretty simple. There's player input, which this is an attack. We do have like an attack animation, which sorry, it's kind of bugging. Okay. If you press E, basically it plays the attack animation, which is not that nice, honestly. It's supposed to look like this, but I guess because the idle animation is like taking over, it doesn't play correctly or something. I still need to figure out how to actually play multiple animations at the same time, like if you're walking around, how to basically disable like the upper body so you can play like a hit animation or like a shooting animation while walking, right? So we don't want to animate the legs. We want to keep walking like with the walking animation, and then we animate upper body with some other animation. So that's the goal. That's kind of the plan. I'm not sure how to do it, but and there's this stuff player. Yeah, like this is not, honestly, this is pretty bad. This is a lot of testing. I'm planning to eventually compartmentalize it, like basically split it into different classes. Because right now, like I feel like the index TS or the other in the client, the main.ts or like index.ts, they're all doing a lot of things. So it's really not ideal. But yeah, I've created the character as well as I animated it, I modeled it. It's very simple, honestly. I might change it, but yeah. I like the camera. I think the camera is not too bad, like the setup. It's a third person camera. It's locked. I mean, it's locked, so you cannot go below ground right now, and you cannot go above a certain angle. So that's cool, and it does this correctly. It changes positions, rotations pretty smoothly. It can also go diagonally. I think overall it's pretty cool, and also it's like it gives it a random color, and the colors color is synced as well. If multiplayer were to work right now, but it is synced. But yeah, it doesn't work right now because the thing is not set up. But yeah, it should work once set up. Maybe I should have made the video once I actually fixed the multiplayer, but yeah. So this is part 2. I'm not quite sure what I'll work on next. I mean, obviously I'll fix the multiplayer and then probably make another video, but yeah. I'd like to add a physics engine, because while I do like I like the simplicity of the colliders, like I already added it and it's not too bad. I feel like it works. Right? Like why wouldn't we keep this? But like if I want to have like dynamic colliders, I don't really want to code it myself. I mean, could I do it? I feel like it's not that hard, right? Like it's just like you update the position of collider, do an AAVB test, whatever. I feel like it's not that hard, but yeah, I'll look into it, and I guess I'll update it in part 3. So yeah, bye bye guys.